Yeah.
Okay, so let's review this because I just realized I missed to record for about a minute. My apologies. So when we differentiate the top, we get 6 plus 2t. When we differentiate the denominator, we get negative 2t plus 4. Now I have to copy g here, and I have to copy f here. So this is here, and this is here. So then I distribute it. 6t to these three terms, 2 to these three terms, negative 2t to these three terms, and then 4 to these three terms. Now I'm trying to see if I can simplify anything. So luckily something goes away. Anything else? Yes, the negative at with positive at. Okay, so now in descending order, 24. Okay, so I have this, I have this, I have this, and I have this. So 24 plus 4 is 28. Minus 2 is 26. 14. Correct me if I'm wrong. So 24 plus 4 is 28. 26. 26 minus 12. I got 14. Okay, now let's see this and this. There is no other t. So 6t minus 2t plus 4t. And now the free term, there is a 2 and there is a 4. So plus 6. Negative t squared plus 4t plus 1, everything squared. This, oh, sorry. This is df over dt, or f prime of t. The Leibniz notation or the regular notation. So there is not problems in this area. They're not really very friendly. They're quite annoying. But we are only practicing. So allow me to choose this time. I'd like to choose 35. And I'm on page 5. So we have t plus 2 over t, and then t squared minus 3. So this is f of t. Okay. I want to talk a little bit about this 1 over t. 1 over t prime. We already know the square root of x prime. Can anyone remind us what is the square root of x prime equal to? This has to be ingrained. Yes, ready.
X to the 1/2.
1 over 2 the square root of x. So last time we came up with this. We went through step by step with a definition. So the same thing I would like us to add here to the list of very important derivatives, the 1 over t, or 1 over x. So this will be changed into t to negative 1. Always make your life easier if you can. So can anyone give us the derivative of this? It's the power rule, same thing. Bring down negative 1. Subtract 1 from the power, t to negative 2. And this changes into negative 1 over t squared. Please add this in as 1 over x prime negative 1 over x squared. Moving forward, if we need to go back and check this every time, we're not going to make headway. So these should be carved in stone and remembered forever. Of course, like the product rule. And every time I show a product or a quotient, always repeat this with the, in your head. First function times the second function. first function prime times the second plus first function times the second prime. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. The first one is prime, the second one is prime. If you remember this, you should remember this very easily. It's the same thing, but minus, and it has a denominator in which we square the denominator. So enough of that, and let's differentiate this. We either find f prime of t or df over dt. Same thing, Leibniz notation, regular notation. So this is function 1. This is function 2. So remember what we have to do. I have to write the first function prime times the second plus the first times the second prime. I'm following this rule all the time. Can anyone give us the first function prime? Keeping in mind that 2 over t prime is negative 2 over t squared. Same thing. The constant stays outside. Can anyone differentiate this for us? Anyone would like to give it a shot and differentiate this for us?
It's just negative 2 over t squared.
Remember, this is not 0. It's not a constant, right? So this one has a slope, which is
So
1.
1 plus.
Yes, 1 minus 2 over t squared. Good, awesome. So this is this piece. Now I have to multiply by function 2. Look at this like a puzzle. Just remember the rule and apply it. So times t squared minus 3. I copy the plus. I copy the first function now, t plus 2 over t. And I am here with the second function. I need to differentiate it and put it here. Can anyone differentiate this function now for us? And so we can put it here.
2t.
That's it. Yes, we have to distribute and simplify as much as we can. But before that, do we understand the steps here? It's okay if you say I don't, and I'll explain again.
Please.
Which part?
No. The t count 1. If it is
So
constant,
t to the
0.
first power prime, we bring down 1, and so we subtract 1 from the power. 1 minus 1 is 0, and t to 0 is 1. However, remember, 0 raised to 0 is not 1. But we assume that t is not 0. Or when you have y equals t, the slope is 1. That's all. It's either you remember it like this, or you remember that the slope is 1.
Thank you.
Good. What about the rest? Is the rest okay?
The rest is okay.
Okay. So now I have to skip all this, so that's why I'm putting a circle, because otherwise I have to copy everything. And that's what lazy people do. They don't copy, they just put a circle or a triangle. So here's the circle. So go over this from here. I continue here. T squared times 1, t squared. T squared times negative 2t squared. These two go away, minus 2. Negative 3 times 1, negative 3. And negative 3 times negative 2 over t squared is positive 6 over t squared. 2t times t, positive 2t squared. 2t times t in the denominator will go away, so plus 4. T squared plus 2t squared, 3t squared, plus 6 over t squared, 4 and negative 5, negative 1. What is this? Well, it's f prime of t, or the derivative of the function with respect to t. Okay, let's look at a word problem. Any questions? Please stop me. Any questions here? This was just the algebra. This has no calculus at all, just multiplying and combining like terms. I distributed t squared d's here and -3 here and 2t to both two quantities, terms inside. Is this okay, everyone? Are you with me? Okay. 3 definitions. Well, they're basically similar, very similar. Something called average cost, or it can be revenue, or it can be profit. This is C of X divided by the number of units produced. This, the same thing, revenue divided by the number of units produced. And of course, profit, average profit, profit divided by the number of units produced. Okay, so now let's choose. Okay, average profit, population, growth, you choose. So let's work on a word problem and then move on. 60, very good. So let's look at 60. Average profit. Cruising Boards has found that the cost in dollars of producing X skateboards. Find C of X equals 900 plus 18 times X to power 0.7. Okay, if the revenue from the sales of X is given by, okay, R of X, 75 times X to 0.8, find the rate at which average profit per skateboard is changing when 20 are produced and sold. So they want us to find the average rate at which the average profit. Okay. So we know by definition that the average profit is the profit divided by the number of units. So they want the rate of change of P of X over X when, X is 20. This is what they want. They're giving us the cost, they're giving us the revenue, they're giving them as the number of units, skateboards, and they're asking us find the function and then its rate of change. And then when such and such. Can anyone give us the function first, which is P of X over X? P of X divided by X. Can anyone tell us how to write P of X divided by X? How do we write the revenue?
Just cost or revenue minus cost.
Yes, how do we write the profit? Okay, revenue minus cost. Excellent, and everything divided by X. Awesome, thank you so much. That's it. So 75 times X to 0.8 minus 900 minus 18 times X to 0.7. And everything divided by X. So from the revenue, I have to subtract everything that I have in cost. I have to subtract the 900, I have to subtract the 18 times X to 0.7. Now, do I want to differentiate this? No, because that's what I'm asked to find. I'm asked to find P of X over X prime when X is 20. This is the question. Do I want to differentiate this? No. Remember the key words. These are the key words. I will not differentiate this. I will separate into 3 fractions. Why? Because this is one term. Don't change anything. But if I have here plus 5, I cannot do what I'm going to do. Don't change anything. I'm going to, erase it. But because it's one term, I can. I'm going to separate the fraction into 1 fraction, 2nd fraction, 3rd fraction. Why? Because I make my life easier. 75x over x, I copy the base and subtract the exponents. 0.8 minus 1, negative 0.2, minus 900 over x means 900 times x to negative 1, minus 18. X to 0.7 minus 1 is negative 0.3. This is the simplified form of the average profit. This is the average profit. Now the rate of change of the average profit is P of x over x prime. We know this is simple now. Can anyone tell us how to write P of x over x prime? Anyone would like to help? It's okay if you're wrong.